Hey guys, come on in.
Hey, Dr. Taylor, Dr. Josh.
Yes, good to see you guys.
Thank you for having us here today. So in one sentence, what does True North Chiropractic do?
Yeah, so we specialize in neurologically based chiropractic here.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's your favorite thing about owning True North Chiropractic?
Yeah, I mean, just the testimonies that we get to see on a day-to-day basis of just life transformations. I would say that's the best thing.
Incredible. And what does a chiropractor do?
Yeah, so we locate and find specific misalignments in the spine that are causing nerve irritation to the body.
And who's this little one that you have with you?
This is our little girl, Haven.
Say hi?
She turns 1 year old tomorrow, which is awesome.
Thank you for having Haven as a special guest today. And do you guys have a company motto or tagline?
Yeah, our tagline or motto is just live your true north.
Live your true north. And how did you arrive at that? Where does that come from?
We just really feel that everybody has a purpose and is designed for a reason. And so a lot of times health challenges can keep people from pursuing their true purpose and potential. And so we want people to be able to live their true north with us helping remove that health barrier.
I love it. Fantastic. So what are the 3 most common services your business offers?
So we really only offer one service, and that's just specific chiropractic. We have a motto that we want to be a master of one thing and not a jack of all trades. And so we want to be very, very good and proficient when it comes to chiropractic and not doing a lot of other things to where we're not the best at.
I get that for sure. And what's the most common misconceptions about chiropractic?
There's a couple.
I would say probably the biggest one is that it's just for neck pain or back pain. And while we're really good at that, we see really incredible results because we really focus on the nervous system rather than just muscle and bone.
Okay, perfect. And is True North Chiropractic your guys' business?
It is, yeah. So both Dr. Taylor and I, we're the owners as well as the main chiropractors here too.
Perfect. And how long have you owned True North Chiropractic?
So we opened July of last year, so a little over a year now.
Congratulations. So let's talk a little bit about you guys. Why did you choose to become a chiropractor?
It's kind of different for each of us.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to hear both of your stories.
So my parents are both chiropractors. I grew up in a chiropractic home. In fact, at 4 hours old, a chiropractic adjustment saved my life. I wasn't breathing, and I was adjusted and immediately started breathing. So that was pretty life transformational for me. Dr. Josh is a little different.
Yeah, for me, I did not have the pleasure of growing up with chiropractic, and so I was honestly a pretty sick kid. I developed pneumonia, asthma, all of these things going through undergrad. Ended up really pursuing chiropractic, honestly, kind of a God thing. A lot of answered prayers with that, but jumped into chiropractic, had all of my health challenges, migraines, asthma, completely relieved through that. And that's kind of what brought me into wanting to become a full-time chiropractor.
Well, those are really powerful stories. Thank you for sharing them with us. And have you always wanted to pursue this? For both of you?
Yeah, for me, I mean, I have a picture of when I was in first grade and it says, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I have a picture of me adjusting a patient.
Wow.
So it's all I've ever wanted to do. I think it was a little different for Dr. Josh.
And what about you, Dr. Josh?
Yeah, for me, it was more just trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to help people, whether that was in the healthcare profession or ministry, those different types of things. But really when it came to this, again, just through going through different avenues, found a lot of peace through chiropractic, and that's kind of what brought me on this path.
Okay, perfect. All right, guys, what's your favorite baked good?
Baked good.
Oh, cookies.
Oh, probably froyo. Well, that's not baked though.
It's sweet. It counts. It counts.
Maybe birthday cake.
Okay, I gotcha. No, that's a great choice. What's a movie that made you laugh out loud?
Dumb and Dumber.
We watched that a lot.
Did you guys know that was filmed at Estes Park and Stanley Hotel?
Yes.
Yeah, that's just up
crazy.
the road. What is something you wish you could be good at but are not?
Oh, for me, it'd probably be singing for sure.
I'd love to be a good cook. That'd be a good thing.
Good goals for sure. And do you have a favorite place that you've ever lived?
Besides here, for me, Nashville.
Okay.
I mean, Birmingham was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I definitely love the South too. I hear you. And what brought you guys to Colorado?
So I'm actually a Colorado native. So I was born in Denver, Aurora. Lived there for 7 years. All my wife's family's in Nebraska, but they just recently moved here just because it's amazing what grandchildren will do. And so just wanted to get back towards this area to be closer to family.
That's fantastic. And so I know that you guys have lived in Florida in the past, so I have to ask, Colorado or Florida?
Colorado.
Unanimous.
Yes.
Have you guys ever Googled Florida man followed by the month and day of your birthday?
Oh, yeah. Definitely a lot of crocodiles and we're drug dealing, all those fun things. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's always Florida, isn't it? Okay, so the top 3 things on your Colorado bucket list.
Ooh. Hike a 14er.
So Pikes Peak. I'm going to go to the Royal Gorge.
Yep.
All right, solid options. And what 14er do you want to climb?
Pikes Peak,
Yeah.
just since it's here.
There you go. All right, and what are you guys reading right now?
Ooh, I'm reading Grain Brain, which is pretty interesting about grain and how that affects the brain and nervous system. So.
And on Profit First, which is just an entrepreneur business book.
Nice, perfect. And when do you feel the most happy?
Just serving people, honestly. We love just being able to give back to this community, honestly.
Fantastic. You guys are a great part of our community, and we're happy to have you here. And so, Dr. Taylor, we have you here too. Do you work in the same practice?
We do. Yep. We work together. We have since we opened. So that's awesome. We love it.
That's fantastic. And do you guys have any pets?
Do we have what?
Any pets?
No pets.
No?
No. She's enough.
Okay.
We do own a couple shares of goats, though.
That is true.
You own some share. How does that work?
So we own 2 goats technically, and they're just boarded somewhere else.
Interesting.
Yes.
I like the milk, yes.
That's so funny. Okay, so let's get back to True North Chiropractic. We're in this room. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so these are specific adjusting rooms. So as you can see, we have a couple different tables here to be very specific and have biomechanical advantage over the spine. One of our favorite things about this room is the full spine x-rays here, as you can see. Especially with this, our biggest thing is we never want to guess when it comes to people's health. And so we want to see exactly what's taking place, especially any spinal curvatures, any degeneration, misalignments that could be causing interference to the nervous system. And so every adjustment, we're looking at this. We're using instrumentation too, if we look at this here, which also measures exactly where nerve inflammation and irritation is taking place. So that way, again, we're just never guessing when it comes to what to adjust. And that's really what separates us from any chiropractor, which is awesome.
That's really helpful. Thank you. And I know we talked a little bit about this, but what's the story behind the Truenorth name?
So we talked a little bit before, but yeah, our biggest goal is to help people live out their purpose and potential and find their true north. And we just found through, growing up and me being in my parents' office and Dr. Josh and his family dealing with a lot of health challenges, that oftentimes that health challenge will keep people from actually pursuing that or even finding it. And so we just really want to help people live out their true north. And so that's kind of where we got the name.
Love it. And what conditions do you treat?
Ooh, so we don't technically treat anything, but our biggest thing is we focus on restoring proper communication from the brain down the spinal cord and out through nerves. And so we're very good, especially with back pain, neck pain, headaches, migraines. But as we start restoring a lot of the communication from the brain to the body, we can see a lot of other different types of symptoms being relieved too, whether that's stomach aches, diverticulitis, Crohn's disease. We've seen, people with even peripheral blindness. We've seen that be restored through our practice too, which is awesome. We're not treating those things, but just through restoring communication within the body, we've seen amazing changes through that.
Nice. That sounds really helpful. And is chiropractic treatment safe?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
perfect. And is it safe for elderly patients?
Absolutely. And especially with the technique that we do, it's extremely specific, it's extremely gentle, and so we don't have to worry about people with osteoporosis or degeneration having any issues because of how gentle and specific we are.
Yeah, we have people in our practice that have almost half their whole spine fused, and because of our gentle technique, we're able to be very specific with adjusting their spine still.
And we even adjust babies who are a couple hours old, so.
That's pretty incredible. Okay, well, that is a perfect segue. I was going to ask, is it safe for toddlers?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So.
She was adjusted when she was 2 hours old. We just
2
saw a baby
hours.
this week who was a couple days old. So
That's incredible. Okay, wow. So thank you guys for clarifying who can come see you. And do you require an MD's referral before seeing a patient?
We do not.
we don't know.
Okay, perfect. And what type of education did you have to go through to become a chiropractor?
So we had to do 4 years and get a bachelor's degree. So both of us are in exercise physiology. And then we have to do an additional, it's technically a 5-year program for our doctorate. We did it in an advanced track with 3.5 years. So went through summers, everything. And then we had to do an internship following.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
A lot of school, yes.
Definitely worth it, though.
Good. What school did you guys go to?
So we went to Palmer College of Chiropractic in Florida. So the original first ever founded chiropractic school is Palmer. It was in Iowa. They have a sister campus in California and Florida. So we were at the Florida location.
Fantastic. Okay. So, are there different types of chiropractic treatments?
There's a lot of different types. Yeah.
More technique wise. And so there's over
200.
different types of techniques out there. So, I mean, you could go to any chiropractor around this area. I'm sure they're doing something a little bit differently.
Wow, that's a lot. I had no idea it was that many.
Yeah.
And can you tell us a little bit about these portraits on the wall?
Yeah, so this is actually our chiropractic history wall. We love this because the history is so cool with chiropractic. This was actually the founder of chiropractic, D.D. Palmer, and he discovered chiropractic because his janitor was deaf. An object had fell on him and he had lost his hearing, and he found a misaligned bone in his spine. He realigned it, and his janitor completely regained his hearing from that. And so that was actually the first ever chiropractic adjustment. And so we have him there. Right here is his son, B.J. Palmer, and he was known as the developer. So he actually put the science and research behind it to what we know chiropractic is today, which is actually the largest drugless healing profession in the world. And so this guy right here is Dr. Clarence Gonstead. He was the founder of our technique. He was a mechanical engineer by trade until he developed acute rheumatoid arthritis, which left him completely wheelchair bound. And so he sought medical avenues to no avail until his aunt recommended he see a chiropractor. So he did. He gained full remission, actually went back and became a chiropractor, and then opened his own clinic in a small farming town in Wisconsin. And so in 55 years of practicing, he saw over 1 million patients. And he actually was so busy and people were coming from all over the world that he had to build a hotel and
There we go.
He had to build a hotel and a landing strip outside of his practice so people from all over the world could come and see him.
Wow.
So that's pretty special to us here today too.
That's incredible. Thank you for telling us the story of that. And I know, again, we kind of touched on this, but what do you guys at True North specialize in for chiropractic treatment?
Yeah, so we specialize in what's called neurologically based chiropractic care. And so we focus on the nervous system rather than just strictly on muscle and bone. And so with Dr. Clarence Gonstead, he created what's called the Gonstead method and analysis, where we use basically 5 criteria every single visit to be able to know exactly what to focus on, what not to focus on as well, to make sure that we can get results faster.
Fantastic. And I know you guys treat a wide array of ailments with that, which is so helpful. Okay, so is it painful to go to a chiropractor?
Not at all. Usually people who come to us are in pain, so we get to help them get out of that. But I mean, like we said before, it's super gentle. In fact, with kids, I mean, we're adjusting 2-year-olds and under, and so it's a lot less pressure, and it's not the typical twist and cracking and that you see with a lot of YouTube videos and things like that.
Okay, good to know. I was going to ask if it's helpful, but it sounds like it is. How is it helpful? How do you think your patients feel after coming to see you?
Yeah, honestly, it sometimes takes some time. Really, pain is usually one of the first things to go, but then also one of the last things to show up. But within our practice, we're really focusing more on overall function, rather than a lot of pain and feeling, which we care very much about, but we want to make sure you're functioning well, because if you're functioning well, that means the pain's going to go away, but also stay away instead of just coming right back. And so oftentimes people feel honestly pretty good pretty quickly in our practice, but we want to make sure that they're keeping that to where it's not coming back.
Fantastic. I really hear you on building a solid foundation for health. Great. Okay. So I got to ask, have you ever snapped anyone's back?
No,
Okay.
thankfully not.
Yeah, never will.
Not even in school. So.
Okay. We weren't going to tell anyone. So.
This is
Okay,
actually
I've
a cool stop along the way, if I can show
Yeah,
you this.
please.
Yeah, so these are our neurological diagnostic testing rooms, and we actually utilize our neurological technology in these rooms. So every patient that comes through the doors gets a full neurological assessment using our technology, which you can kind of see, and it analyzes the entire nervous system to see how it's functioning. So that's a huge part of our practice, especially being neurologically based.
Nice. Beautiful office. I appreciate it. Should patients continue sessions even after they're feeling better?
Yeah, we recommend it just because honestly a lot of our practice members actually don't have any symptoms or pain. They're more of just focusing on maintenance and staying honestly healthy without having those crisis care moments where it's going to cost more time, energy, and money to get those things corrected.
Fantastic. Appreciate that. And we really appreciate you answering all those questions about your practice. Let's learn a little bit more about you guys.
Yeah.
What time do you guys wake up every day?
Usually about 5:30.
Oh, wow, so early. What's the first thing you do in the morning?
Get breakfast.
Breakfast.
I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Food.
It's important.
Sometimes a shower. Yeah.
Perfect. And what's your favorite thing to do on the weekend?
Just be outside.
Outside,
Yeah.
hiking, go to coffee shops.
Yeah, local coffee shops and hiking would probably be the top.
Nice. Colorado is beautiful for that. And do you guys like sports?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite sports team?
For me, Nebraska Huskers. I grew up in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Go
Florida Gators
Huskers.
for us. Yeah. Go Gators.
All right. Sounds good. And what's your favorite type of sport?
To watch?
Yeah, or play, whatever.
Football.
To watch football, play. I love tennis.
All right. Sounds fun. And what's your favorite TV series of all time?
All the time. I'd say probably Friends. Friends is
Such a good one.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
Yeah, you cannot go wrong with Friends for sure. And what's your favorite type of food?
Mexican, I think.
Mexican.
For me.
I'm a big chicken parmesan guy.
Solid choices. Do you have any favorite restaurant in Colorado or a couple of them?
Favorite restaurant in Colorado?
In Colorado?
Like any Mexican or Italian restaurants?
We're big brunch people.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean,
What are your brunch
Snooze,
spots?
And
Snooze
then
Denver
Garden of the
Biscuit Company was super good.
Garden of God's Cafe. Yeah.
Solid choices. I love brunch too. I hear you. Ziplining or ATVing?
Zip line.
Ziplining. Nice. Hiking or running?
Hiking.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Dogs. 100%.
Glass half empty or half full?
Not full.
Half full.
Nice. What brings you guys joy in life?
Jesus. Just, I mean, family, serving people. We love chiropractic, and it's my favorite job in the world. So.
Fantastic. And what makes you laugh?
Each other.
Our little girl.
Little girl,
super
she's
sweet.
cute.
Yeah.
Look at her, she's just eating rocks.
Oh my gosh. What's the best place you've ever visited?
Oh man. What do you got?
What about in Colorado, maybe?
I mean, we were just up in Vail, and that was beautiful.
Vail,
Very
That's
pretty.
nice. I hear the mountain towns are favorites of people here for sure. Okay, perfect. So let's answer just a few more questions. What's your favorite part about owning True North Chiropractic?
Honestly, creating the culture that we want to have here. I mean, as you can see, it's a totally different feel from a regular chiropractic or medical office, and we get to completely revolutionize what healthcare is, as well as the culture that we have here in Colorado Springs.
Fantastic, love it. And do you guys have a website?
Yes. So it's www.thetruenorthlife.com.
Okay. And where can people find you if they want to know more?
Website, Facebook, Instagram. Facebook and Instagram, it's actually Live True North with us.
Perfect. And definitely check out their social media because you guys have a great social media feed. So, okay. Do you guys accept walk-ins or do you need an appointment?
Typically an appointment. If we have time, we'll see somebody, but we usually have a pretty busy schedule going, so we usually try and have people have an appointment coming in.
Okay,
But
perfect.
it's easy to book. You can easily call us and book it.
Okay. All right. So if people are interested in learning more or booking an appointment, what should their next step be?
Just giving us a call.
Okay.
Yeah, we're always available to talk to people even who are just wondering and have questions about what that will look like. So yeah, our number is 719-301-5781.
That's it. Last question is actually for you to ask our viewers. You can ask them for feedback in their comments, offer any tips, invite them to contact you, or plug anything you'd like.
Yeah. So if you have any questions about neurologically based chiropractic, you can put a comment right below. Or if you need somebody that might need help with this too, we can reach out to other people in different states and all that as well. Or if you just want more information on what chiropractic is, post comments below.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for sharing your time and your world with us and telling us about True North Chiropractic. We're all done here. Can I get a high five?
Yeah.